Lesson 1. What is net neutrality? It has nothing to do with a volleyball or a tennis court. The net refers to the internet, something that becomes as necessary as water and power for most of us. The neutrality part is about keeping the net the way it is today. It's a set of rules the FCC approved in 2010 to prevent speed traps on the information superhighway. In other words, speeding up access to some sites and slowing down access to others or blocking certain sites entirely. So, are these rules a bad thing? It depends on who you ask. The companies that deliver your internet, like Comcast, Verizon, and AT&T, have spent millions in lobbying money to get rid of net neutrality, arguing that having the government micromanage their business is not good for them or their consumers. On the other side are internet giants like Facebook and Google, streaming services like Netflix and President Obama. They all argue the internet is a public good and should be regulated like one. Next will be the lesson 2. Lesson 2. The World Health Organization is expected to include gaming disorder on its list of mental health conditions in 2018 as a part of addictive behaviors. The WHO defines the disorder as a persistent or recurrent behavior pattern of sufficient severity to result in significant impairments in personal, family, social, educational, occupational, or other important areas of functioning. A spokesman for the health organization says the new disorder entry includes only a clinical description and no prevention and treatment options. Some experts disagree with labeling this addiction as a disorder. According to research from a psychologist at Iowa State University, almost 9% of children who play video games in the US are addicted. The research also found similar numbers globally. The psychologist also believes that increased availability of technology and the broadband internet have contributed to gaming addictions. Next will be lesson 3. Lesson 3. Do you feel overwhelmed at times by all your expenses? Well, maybe it's time to re-evaluate how you manage them and make some changes. Done properly, managing expenses can actually win you financial freedom. That's the view of entrepreneur Nick Halleck, and one of the first steps to focus on maximizing cash flow rather than simply trying to pay off all your loans. And you can start by putting your expenses into one of four categories. Lifestyle expenses are dining out, vacations, and the like. And they need to be managed wisely. Protected expenses are your various insurance policy and even emergency savings. And there are productive expenses, things that allow you to build assets such as rental property. The next category is the one that causes problems. They are destructive expenses. They are the ones that subtract value from your life. According to Halleck, they are everything from consumer debt to overdraft fees and even the pricey gym membership that you don't use anymore. And it is expensive that should be eliminated if you have ever to gain financial freedom. Remember, the goal is not just to get out of debt but to achieve some level of financial independence. Next will be the lesson 4. Lesson 4. There are four main ways the flu can turn deadly. The first and the most common cause is pneumonia. The influenza virus can directly cause viral pneumonia. Once someone has the flu, it can weaken their immune system so much that another virus or bacteria can enter the lungs. Infected lungs fill with blood, making it difficult to breathe, so oxygen can get to the rest of the body, which can lead to death. Safest is the second way the flu can become lethal, especially in healthy younger adults and children. Safest occurs when a person's immune system goes into overdrive trying to fight the flu. This causes inflammation, which can lead to a cascade of symptoms that ultimately ends in organ failure. A third way the flu can kill is by increasing your risk of heart attack. Experts say that in adults, the risk of heart attack increases sixfold in the 7 days following a flu diagnosis. The fourth way the flu can kill is by dehydration, particularly among infants and young children. The flu often causes vomiting and diarrhea, which can quickly become life-threatening if blood unreplaced in the body. Next will be the lesson 5. Lesson 5. Blue is the world's favorite color. We use it everywhere. In fact, right now, half of all humans are wearing blue jeans. But in the natural world, blue is extremely uncommon. Blue flowers, fruits, and foods are rare, and of the Earth's 64,000 vertebrates, only 2 have blue pigments. The sea isn't blue, nor is the sky. They are actually optical illusions. And if you have ever been captivated by a pair of blue eyes, you have been deceived. In reality, they are pale brown. Blue is so inclusive that some Asian languages didn't even have a word for it. Yet, strangely, we can see it better than any other color in the dark. That's why emergency vehicles have blue flashing lights. The landscape appears blurred in the distance and often fades into a hazy cerulean horizon because blue doesn't really exist in our worlds. It only hovers on its edges. So it's pretty iconic that we all live on a blue planet. Next will be the lesson 6. Lesson 6. When Sergey Brin and Larry Page first met at Stanford in 1995, they argued a lot. Soon they put their differences aside and became partners. Brin and Page developed a search engine that used links to rank the importance of each result. This project, called Backrub, would soon become Google. The first version of Google was hosted on Stanford's servers. It used so much bandwidth, the servers crashed. Brin and Page left Stanford's PhD program to pursue Google full-time. Their first office was a Northern California garage. In 1998, Google was incorporated and was growing rapidly by 2001. Brin and Page recruited seasoned businessman and engineer Eric Schmidt to serve as CEO. In 2004, Google went public at $85 a share, considered a disappointment at the time. Its IPO filing famously included the phrase, "Don't be evil." As Google grew, it expanded beyond search with big acquisitions like YouTube, Android, and Waze. The company also rolled out non-iconic products like Gmail, Google Maps, and Chrome. In 2015, Google folded itself into a new parent company called Alphabet. Page and Brin will lead Alphabet, and Sundar Pichai become the CEO of Google. Next will be the lesson 7. Lesson 7. Antibiotics are one of the miracles of modern medicine. They have saved countless lives. But there's another side to them, the bacteria that live in our body. They have learned how to outwit many of our most powerful antibiotics. These drug-resistant bacteria are called superbugs. Every year, these superbugs infect more than 2 million people in the United States and kill at least 23,000. Here's how a bug becomes a superbug. When you take an antibiotic, There could be some bacteria that know how to resist that antibiotic. Well, those smart bacteria, they are the ones that survive your round of antibiotics and their flourish. And that's when you get a proliferation of superbugs. And the more we as a community take antibiotics, the more chance that bacteria have to become resistant to them. Next will be lesson 8. Lesson 8. When it comes to weight loss, tell me if this sounds familiar. Go ahead, have the extra cookie, ice cream, or glass of wine. As long as you won't eat up tomorrow is a message that clicks with most people. But the reality is, it's simply not true. First of all, calories in all come from the food, but as far as calories out go, only 10 to 30% are lost through physical activity, and only a portion of those are lost through exercise. The rest from things like talking or texting or just fidgeting. The vast majority of your calories are burned just by keeping the body running. Vital functions such as generating heat, circulating blood, or making new cells. That's called the basal metabolic rate, or BMR. Now it accounts for 60 to 80% of your calories burned. Now you do get a bonus burn, about 10%, from digesting the food you just ate, but when someone works out, they often feel entitled to eat more, not realizing how few calories were actually used. So say, for example, you spend 200 calories in 30 minutes of working. Well, you could undo that in less than 5 minutes by having 4 chocolate chip cookies, or 1.5 scoops of ice cream, or less than 2 glasses of wine. Next will be the lesson 9. Lesson 9. Parkour is both a training discipline and a support. It uses movement to overcome obstacles, both physically and mentally. These movements comprise of running, jumping, climbing, vaulting, swimming, rolling, and the quadrupedal movement, which is like crawling. The rules of parkour are in French, hence the name le parcours, which translates to getting from point A to point B. When one would maybe go around an obstacle, in parkour we go over it, through it, or under it. However, it can be seen as a dangerous sport because it is an extreme sport. However, when trained in the proper environment under the correct supervision, the sport is respected for what it is. Parkour instills a lot of confidence in an individual. It hones their balance and their coordination. As much as it is a discipline, it's also an art form. So it does tap into their creativity and their imaginative side, which is a great way for one to express oneself freely and then just get to be oneself and do what one wants without any barriers. Next will be the lesson 10. Lesson 10. Sometimes it's annoying, other times it's sharp. It can be a persistent ache or a certain shooting burn. It's pain. Everyone knows what it is, but how is it relieved? When you accidentally touch a hot stove or try to walk on a sprained ankle, special pain sensing nerves called nociceptors are triggered to send neural messages up your spine and into your brain. In turn, your brain releases naturally occurring opioids. These chemicals leg into opioids receptors throughout your body to help dull the pain and generally calm you down. They also hit receptors in the brainstem that slow down breathing. Now, you have likely heard of opioid drugs like oxycodone, hydrocodone, or even heroin. These drugs, all chemically similar, mimic the body's own naturally occurring endorphins. Prescription opioids are one of the most common ways for doctors to treat pain, but the more opioids you take, the less natural opioids your body makes and the less sensitive you become to the drugs, pushing you to take even higher and higher doses to get any relief and increasing your chances of an overdose. Next will be short conversations. Now it's a read a test a long time. The first one is lesson 1. The city government has regretfully reached the decision to cut the opening hours of the main library on Brooks Road. This will save a large amount of money. From the beginning of next month, the library will open 1 hour later at 10 a.m. in the morning and close 2 hours earlier at 7 p.m. If it's absolutely essential for you to use the library at other hours than this, please speak to us and we will do everything possible to help. Thank you. Next will be the lesson 2. Lesson 2. Hi, this is a recording message. You have reached Jenny's old-fashioned bread shop, but I am afraid no one can take your call as we have had to close for a few days while workmen build the road while runs right outside our front door. The noise is deafening, but please nip into our website where a full range of products is available and we can deliver as usual. In fact, to say sorry for the inconvenience, we are offering a 20% discount on all orders until Friday. Visit us at www.jennybreadshop.com. Next will be the lesson 3. Lesson 3. Design for us. We have been asked why we go to outside designer for our fabrics and why our own talented staff cannot submit ideas. Well, here we go. Our new Zen-inspired range of fabrics and prints is due to launch early next year and we would welcome your design for one of the ranges. If it was out, we hope to have more and more of our product design in-house. We will offer a generous contract for your work if chosen, so give it a shot and unleash your inner creativity. Next will be the lesson 4. Lesson 4. Do you still go out shopping? Are you still carrying all of those heavy groceries home with you? Why? At Executive Internet Shopping Inc., we will do all the heavy work for you, leaving you to do the interesting stuff, browsing and choosing. Our website has thousands of items to select from. Once you have finished your shop, we will whisk everything to your door, your fridge door, that is, not just your front door like some of our rivals. All food products are guaranteed fresh and perfect. Call us at 0106 456 752. Do it now. Next will be the lesson 5. Lesson 5. Come and celebrate the Washington Rockets winning season. And this Saturday's game, OTT prices will be reduced by 10% as a way of thanking our loyal fans. In addition, guests can play games, win prizes, and watch live performances before and after the game. Visit our website to learn more. Next will be lesson 6. Lesson 6. Last night the long drought in Logan City was finally broken by a brief rain shower. Even though the rain lasted only 15 minutes, it brought some much needed moisture to local crops. Now the farmers are hoping that the drought has come to an end, but that doesn't appear to be the case. Forecast predicts another week of hot, dry, and sunny weather. Next will be the lesson 7. Lesson 7. Next is our Channel 5 morning traffic reports, brought to you by Warner Office Supplies. Construction work at Central Plaza is causing traffic congestion at Fisher Street, Pinewood Drive, and Lincoln Road. If your office is located around these areas, consider leaving for work earlier this morning. Check it later for another update. Next will be lesson 8. Lesson 8. Welcome to our management training workshop. For more than 30 years, our catering company has provided clients with excellent food and cleaning. Our reliable, flexible, and affordable service has earned us a respectable reputation. So when catering an event, managers must be committed to our high standards of professionalism and customer satisfaction. Next will be lesson 9. Lesson 9. Good evening. Now that dinner is finished, I would like to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Emily Kors. She will tell us about her background, research, and personal tips for success. If you are familiar with her work, then you know we can all learn something from her. After the talk, she will answer some audience questions. So let's welcome Dr. Kors to the stage. Next will be the lesson 10. Lesson 10. Next up, we have your Dayton Radio morning traffic update. Commuters on Interstate 91 are once again dealing with heavy traffic. Try and use detours through Logan, Marysville, or Harbor Town to save some time. We will return after this commercial break to report on this afternoon's expected thunderstorms. Next will be lesson 11. Lesson 11. Hoover Driving School offers a variety of basic courses covering the operation of motorcycles, standard vehicles, and commercial trucks. We also offer advanced driving programs. For your convenience, evening and weekend classes are available. For more information, visit us at our website. Next will be Lesson 12. Lesson 12. Thanks for flying with Howard Airlines. In a few moments, we will begin the landing process. Please remain seated, secure your trays, and fasten your seatbelts. When the plane has come to a full stop at its gate, please gather your carry-on luggage and wait patiently as the passengers near the front of the plane exit first. Thank you. Next will be Lesson 13. Lesson 13. If you are ready to take your dream vacation, let Jackson Travel Group help you plan it. We guarantee that our agents are proficient, friendly, and always available. You can find out yourself why we are voted the best travel agency in the state. So make an appointment with us today. Next will be Lesson 14. Lesson 14. Good morning, everyone. I will be your trail guide today as we hike through the beautiful forest of Wayne National Park. If you could look at the schedules provided, I would like to bring your attention to one change. We will not stay at Butler Lake until 2:30, so you will have an extra 30 minutes for resting, exploring, and viewing the scenery. Next will be Lesson 15. Thanks for coming to the statue dedication ceremony at Lake Mary's Hospital. In the country yard, we have placed a statue of Dr. Owen Choke. During his time here, he served as a chief of medicine, treated countless patients, and performed over 1,000 successful surgeries. And even though he retired 10 years ago, he still serves the hospital as a volunteer and board member. Next will be Lesson 16. Lesson 16. Tonight, Mayor Ronald Astley is joining us on our weekly radio show. Mayor Astley, who won this month's election, will be talking about his plans for improving the city's waterfront. And later on, listeners are invited to ask him questions by calling the station, posting on social media, or sending a text message. Next will be Lesson 17. Lesson 17. Good morning. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's morning tour will start in 10 minutes. On this tour, you will learn more about the singers, guitarists, and the drummers who had defined this genre of music. Now, if you would prepare your ticket, we will move to the first floor where the tour will start. Next will be Lesson 18. Lesson 18. Good evening and welcome to this month's school board meeting. A lot of parents have come tonight to discuss teachers' pay. the summer school schedule, and the changes to the athletics program. So if you have a question or comment, please use the microphone at the front of the room. Next will be lesson 19. Lesson 19. When it's time for your vehicle's next inspection, visit Miss Naughty Auto Shop. For the rest of the month, all oil changes, engine checks, and the tire rotations are 30% off. With over 50 years of service in the Pine Level region, we are a business you can trust. Next will be lesson 20. Lesson 20. Are you excited about seeing all the great sights of New York City during your visit? If so, reserve a seat on our famous bus tour. This comfortable ride, which starts downtown, travels through each of the city's unique districts. You will see 5-star hotels, towering skyscrapers, and iconic field locations. This is the end of my final oral exam. Thank you.